NBA draft was yesterday. The new stars of today. I'll just read the first 5 picks, and then I'm gonna ask you what you thought about the draft, and then I'll say it. Then we'll do our winners and losers. So the first pick was Cooper Flag to the Dallas Mavericks. Second pick was Dylan Harper to the San Antonio Spurs. The third pick was VJ Eshkum to the Philadelphia 76ers. The fourth pick was Khan Knipple to the Charlotte Hornets. And the fifth pick was Ace Bailey to the Utah Jazz. What is your take on the NBA draft yesterday?
I like those first 5 picks. I thought, I
You
had those
predicted
first
them.
5 picks right.
Yeah.
I 5 and 6, I missed. I just switched them. Uh, but I was kind of surprised, bro. It was a lot of guys that I think that went higher than I thought. Um, it was some like for instance the Bulls. I did not think the Bulls were gonna draft Noah, however you pronounce his last name. I thought that was a bad pick.
Noah.
Whatever his
Noah.
name is.
I'm about to go right to it. Hold on. I got it right on. Noah is Stinqui. I don't know.
Whatever, however you pronounce his last name.
We know.
And then the Raptors drafting Colin Murray. I didn't think he was gonna go that high. And then you got all those forwards over there anyways. Why are you drafting another forward? The guy from BYU, the Nets. I didn't think he
Igor.
was gonna go that high. I didn't think he was gonna
Where
go
did you
that
have
high.
him in your draft? I had him at I
I
think it
had
was
him
like
at
13 to the
16.
Hawks.
I had him at 16 to the Grizzlies.
I had him at 13 to the Hawks. Yeah, he went high. He went number 8.
Yeah, he went real high. Unless he killed it in his private workouts. That's the only thing I can think of. Um, and then that big man from Duke, like I said, before they traded for Mark Williams right before they drafted him. I didn't really get that either. I mean, like you said, Mark Williams is kind of injury prone, so unless they didn't believe in Mark Williams' health, and then you got him as your backup big who could potentially start. Derek Queen, I didn't think Derek Queen was gonna drop that low. I thought the Bulls was at least gonna get him at 12, and they didn't. Um, but
People
yeah,
are
a lot.
if you go again, I was about to say there's people are saying they're worried about his weight and stuff.
And now
Derek
he's
Queen
in New Orleans.
with
Come
Zion.
on now, man. Where's Zion, bro? Bro, they finna be both eating nothing but crawfish, and bro, they finna get
and
he finna get
gumbo
bigger.
and
And
gumbo and
gumbo, yeah,
beignets and
bro,
beignets.
yeah, bro. I don't know why New Orleans got him, but yeah.
Honestly, from the draft, I thought the first 3, 4 picks went the way. Ace Bailey. Look, I'm gonna say this, and this is a I'm gonna just say this: the Jazz are a winner because with Ace Bailey, and we're gonna say our winners and losers, obviously. But look, Ace Bailey, he showed that he didn't want to be there, right? He showed that.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it last week. You was like, man, because I went back and watched the video. You was like, Ace Bailey, he go to the Jazz. He can shoot all the shots he wants. And I was like, over Laurie. You was like, yeah. And then the more I think about it and look at the team, I said, Charles was right. Nobody else on that team is better than him outside of Laurie. No one's
Lord,
better than. So it's like he can. That you said, Laurie probably won't be there. So if that's the case, he can shoot all the shots because the report said he wanted to either go to the Wizards. That's where he wanted to go. It was either like the Wizards or the
where's he
Nets.
from? Where is he from?
I don't know where he's from
Ace
because he said he wanted to be on the
Bailey.
East Coast. That's what he said.
Where's he from? He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Tennessee. Hmm.
And then there was a report that came out earlier said Washington and Charlotte plan to swap picks to allow the Wizards to draft Ace Bailey, but the Hornets were afraid of that Knipple would be gone by pick 6.
Oh no, yeah, he definitely would have been. The Jazz probably would have got him. The Jazz probably would have got him.
And I think this is probably the best thing that could have happened to Ace Bailey. You go into the team, yes, Utah, whatever, but
I think that's what it is because it's Utah, bro.
like I get it. There ain't nothing there in Utah outside of the mountains. Like I understand, but bro, you're gonna be able to hoop there. Like you're going to be able to hoop. So I think this is probably the best position you could possibly have. Um, The Raptors, Kyler Murray, bro. We talked about it last week. We both said, especially me, I was like, I am really confident in them getting Malawatch. I think this is who they need to get.
Mm-hmm.
They passed on that dude. He was right there. He was
Right
right
there.
there.
Right
He was right
there.
there. And I think even on the broadcast they said it. I think Kendrick Perkins said it too. Like they need a big man. They went and got Murray Boyle. It's like, bro, unless you trade RJ Barrett, okay, I get it. But if you keeping RJ, Scotty, Brandon Ingram, and Murray, what? Well, that's too many. That's too many forwards. You don't
Yeah.
need that. You just
And
didn't.
then
I
who's
didn't.
your backup big? Because Polo, who's playing behind Polo? Chris Boucher.
I think Chris Boucher is a free agent.
Oh, see, so you don't even have no backup big.
The Bulls, Noah. I think this is just a. No, go speak of it. Speak. You go first. Go first, brother. Go first. Go ahead. Talk about it.
Bro,
Talk about it,
the
bro.
man, I don't even think the man, I think they said in the draft profile he averaged 12 points like last couple of months. But bro, he has no offensive game. He's nothing but a high motor guy. I don't see him developing. I may be wrong, but from what I've seen, I do not see that man developing offensively, bro. That I
So
ain't gonna say he trash, but he ain't it, bro. He ain't it. Derek
okay,
Queen's a better talent than him,
I'm gonna
and you could
read.
have
So
got him.
I'm on the ESPN. They give out like the strengths in the week. I'm gonna say this: Sidgeway is a rangy, versatile power forward who filled up the box score on both ends of the floor, playing a very high level of competition, the Euro Cup and the German BBL. Despite being the second youngest player in this draft, he can get to the free throw line, and his passing and defensive playmaking gives him considerable upside to grow into. Now, the weaknesses is his narrow frame might make it difficult to operate inside the paint in the NBA, and his inconsistency from the perimeter might prevent his opportunity scoring from transitioning to the league. So they basically kind of picked a high ceiling player, but he's technically a raw talent.
Exactly, bro. Like now, unless his first off, can we even say the Bulls know how to develop talent? Because what players have they really developed?
Kobe White.
Because you can't. I
Mm,
feel like Kobe White was always good. It was just that he finally got an opportunity to play type shit. You didn't develop Derrick Rose. He was already great. Jimmy Butler already had that dog mentality, so he was gonna be in the gym regardless. You ain't really developed nobody.
it's Patrick Williams.
And then yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. And so, like, bro, unless bro 3 point percentage could get better, okay, cool. But then you got Montes. Him and Montes are the same height. Where you gonna play dude at? We need a big. We needed a big, bro. Where you gonna play him at?
He gonna
You
come
gonna
on the
play him at the
bench.
4 and then okay, so because they saying Patrick Williams is low key gone. So if he start, what you gonna put him at the 4 and put Montes at the 3?
Ugh.
I feel
Josh
like
Giddey,
Montes is better at the
Kobe.
4.
Ugh. Oh my god, man.
That shit don't make no. That shit was.
Am I tripping? They could have got Carter Bryant.
Yeah, they could have got a lot of players.
Am I tripping? Am
I
I
would have been better
tripping?
with him. I would have been mad at him.
Look, man. And before we get to our winners and losers, I do want to ask like what you think these players gonna do, at least for the top three. I want or the top five. I do want to ask you. But I'll keep it going. Trey Johnson. Look at this, right? I like this move for him now since Jordan Poole is gone. Because at
Mm-hmm.
least with Jordan Poole, they could have kind of, Jordan Poole's still young. Jordan Poole's like, he just turned 26. So he's still young. But with CJ McCollum, once he's gone, probably by trade deadline or after this year, Trey Johnson, you can hand him the keys. So he can be that point guard for them. And I think you had Trey Johnson at Wizards for the Wizards, I think.
Yeah, I had him
Okay.
for the Wizards, and I had Jeremiah for the Pelicans.
And I do want to speak on the Pelicans,
No, it was
but
reversed. I had Trey Johnson for the Pelicans and Fears for the Wizards.
okay. Well, either way, they got a point guard, and once coming to later in this year when they're probably bad, he can be the guy with Bub, Keyshawn, Sar, and him. I think that was a real good pickup for them. I really do. I think that was a really good pickup for them. Like you said with
You
Igor. Oh, go ahead.
hold
Go ahead.
on. I was gonna say you think they trade Bob because like
Bub.
Bob's low key a point guard. Bub, he think they trade because he a point guard And Trey, he's undersized to play the two.
You think
You
he
know what I
should?
mean?
Ooh. Yeah, he's six.
Nah, I
Trey is
like Bub
6'5",
for him.
190. He's 6'5",
And Bub
190.
is what? Bub is
Bub look probably like 6'3".
6'4".
Oh,
He's
6'4".
6'4", 190.
Ooh,
So they about
that's
the same size.
You would trade him? You would trade Bub?
No, I like him. I like
I
him
like
as a starting
Bub was
point guard,
decent
but
last year. He was
yeah, I
good
like
last
him
year.
as a starting point guard for us. Well, not for us, but for them.
He was
Mm-hmm.
he was good. Um, Cedric Coward to the Grizzlies. Good move. I love that move. I love the
He
move.
went
To get
high
him.
though. I ain't think he was gonna go that high.
He went 11. Well, the Grizzlies, they rose up to get him. The Grizzlies traded up to get
Mm-hmm.
him. Because I think in my mock draft, I had him at 21 to the Jazz. I had him at 21.
I had him at 21 to the Jazz too.
So they rose up a lot to get him because the Grizzlies were at 16. So they moved up probably
They
like 5
said
spots.
he reminds them of Kawhi.
Remember the last time they
I
said that about
don't
a guy?
come on now. Patrick Williams, now look at him. Oh, he a bust.
Hey, somebody on Twitter was like, having a ball spot with braids is crazy because he got that spot in the middle. That's like braids. Hey man, Patrick Williams is so bad, and they paid him the bread, $72 million for like 5 years. It's crazy.
He did not deserve that, bro.
But I thought, look, even though the Raptors kind of tweaked on Malawash, I thought the Suns did get a steal with him. I thought they got this. They got a steal with Malawash. I still don't get how the Raptors just pass on them. I don't ask me. I don't know. But I thought that was a good move. The Spurs got Carter Bryant. How the hell did they get, bro? He probably should have went up way higher, but somehow, some way, he falls to the Spurs right in their lap.
I wouldn't have been mad at him going 8 to the Nets.
Yeah, because Igor Denim is like, I don't think he was supposed to go that high. I don't know what they did. I don't know. Okay,
It
so
had
Igor,
to be something to work out.
I'm looking. So his post-draft analysis, it said this was another surprise choice with rival teams expecting the Nets might favor Kamala Malawatch at this spot. Brooklyn instead went with Denham, a player it quietly coveted during the pre-draft process and offers intriguing upside as a jumbo perimeter playmaker. With this draft slate to jumpstart a Brooklyn youth movement, the Nets are an excellent fit and are able to offer him plenty of minutes reps next season to help tap into his talent. The development of his jump shot will be critical factor in what heights he can reach long term.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, bro, he can't shoot. He can't shoot, and you took that's like when did Killian Hayes get drafted? He got drafted like 6 or 7, right? That's like you just took
He
another
was
Killian
lottery.
Hayes. You just took Killian Hayes 2.0.
You think he better though?
Like, come on, yeah, I think he's a little bit better than Killian Hayes.
He shot 27% from 3 this year in college.
That's terrible.
It's terrible.
That's terrible.
Okay, so now with the Pelicans. Okay. I don't think drafting Derek Queen wasn't the problem. It's the fact that they gave up that 2026 pick when there's a chance you guys are probably bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was bad. Like, I don't think I would do that for Derek Queen, but I will say this. If Zion is not who y'all think he is, he gets hurt or whatever, I can say you guys have 2 cornerstone pieces in Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen moving forward as Zion isn't that. So I'll give them that. But just giving up the first round pick for next year, unprotected at that, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I just thought about it. So they finna have Murray, Poole, Herb, Trey, Messi, Fears, Zion, and Derek Queen. Where they gonna find minutes for Jeremiah Fears?
This is why I kind of like, mind you, we liked it because I think you had Jeremiah. I had Jeremiah Fears going to the Wizards, I think, and you had him going to the Pelicans. When they drafted Jordan Poole,
Nah, the other way. I had Trey going to the Pelicans.
I had Jeremiah Fears going to the Pelicans. Okay, so that was right. But with Jordan Poole now, I don't know because Jordan Poole is younger. He's still young. And DeJounte Murray, I went to see what his age was. He turns 29 this year. So he's still
Yeah,
somewhat
he's same
young.
age as me.
So he's
Yeah.
still somewhat young. So it's like you kind of he's not like the guy now. Now CJ McCollum was still there because I said it last week. I was like, if they trade CJ McCollum, then Jeremiah Fierce could step in while DeJounte is rehabbing or whatever. Then you trade CJ, then Jeremiah Fierce could be that. Then you could be DeJounte and Fierce. But now it's DeJounte and Jordan Poole. I don't like that really for him. I really don't.
Do they trade DeJounte? Because I just
I
seen he
don't
did an
think
interview
so.
with the Pivot. I just seen that he
Mhm.
did a interview with the Pivot, and he was talk. I wouldn't say he was bashing the Pelicans, but he was low key talking bad on the Pelicans. He was saying how last year he went through a lot of stuff. Like he didn't start training camp. He literally came back to New Orleans the day before the first game. Then he broke his hand the first game, and then stuff was happening with his mom in Seattle, and he went back. Um, and then the Pelican when came back to the Pelicans, like he was telling them they was trying to like baby him as far as like they was trying to like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Are you all right? And he like, bro, I'm trying to just focus on basketball. And he was saying like they didn't give him the proper trainers that he needed. He couldn't get on the table and get treatment. Like it was a lot of stuff going wrong in New Orleans, the management and people coming in and out. And he was like, it was a mess basically. So I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him.
I don't think they
Because why
trade
else do
him.
you draft fears?
Well, to get younger, you have the younger guy. And if DeJounte Murray isn't, say, your long term future, even though I think he has 3 years left on his deal,
Hmm.
Jordan Poole and Fears could be like your long term point guard position, I guess. Well, guard positions, but I don't like it. If CJ was there, I'm cool. But with Jordan Poole, I ain't messing with it. And then with Derek Queen, you have Missy still. I
Yeah,
don't get that. And Derek Queen is undersized. So if you eventually start Derek Queen, that undersized Derek Queen with Zion,
yeah.
I don't know.
Because Derek Queen, like you say, he undersized. So if you start Messi with Messi and then put him at the four and then Zion at the three, like Derek Queen, he has a nice shooting stroke, but he has to work on his 3 point shot. Zion's not really a 3 point shooter, so you ain't gonna have no shooting. You're not gonna have no shooting in your starting lineup. You seen that Stephen A. said Jeremiah Fears is a reincarnation of Kyrie Irving? I
I'm not
said,
gonna
bro, he
lie.
don't play nothing like Kyrie,
I
bro.
don't think he watched them. I'm just being honest.
I don't think he did either. I'm like, bro, 'cause he plays
He saw
nothing like
highlights.
Kyrie, bro.
He saw some highlights.
Yeah, he just saw even in the highlights he don't play like Kyrie.
So that's my only thing with it. Like, I just didn't see the point of trading a first round pick for Derek Queen, and there's a chance y'all could be bad, and that could be the Hawks could get AJ Bataza or whatever. That's crazy, but
Mm.
it is what it is. Let me see. Ace Bailey, the happiest in Utah. Hey man, that was crazy. Who wants my Sabonis? I don't know. I need a haul for Sabonis.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
all
No cap.
day. He plays solitaire on his phone. He don't watch it. True that. Shit. What's your teams? Hey man, the Lakers. You got the Lakers, baby. Lakers and the Rockets. Lakers and the Rockets. We're here.
The only team that I truly claim is the Pistons. Other than that, I'm more so of
You do
a
claim them.
players guy.
You do
I'm
claim
more
you
so of a players guy. So whatever
and the
team
Bulls.
one of my favorite players are on, no, I do not claim the Bulls. But well, that's cap. I do claim because they my hometown team. But yeah, Bulls and Pistons. But other than that, I'm more so of a player guy. So whatever team players that I like on, that's the team I'm riding with.
Do you like that the Blazers drafted Yang Hassan? That they
I was
drafted
just
him?
going. I'm like, bro, y'all. Why did y'all draft another big? I'm like, bro, you already got four bigs on your roster already. I'm like, that don't make no sense. I'm like, you could at least went and got you some forwards because your forwards ain't really that good. I mean, you got Chris Murray, you got Jeremy Grant, Who else they got on they as they forwards?
Kamani Kamara,
Denny, yeah, Kamara.
Jeremy Grant still gotta
Uh,
get rid of him.
yeah, bro. So I felt like they could went and got a Ford in a draft as a backup. Why'd you go get a big and you already got four bigs already? That made no sense to me. Unless they plan on trading Aiton. That's the only other thing I could think of.
They say he like that. They say he like Chinese Jokic.
No, nah, I looked at his highlights. He decent. I ain't gonna lie. He is decent. He decent. But to
He's,
go, what pick did he go?
he went 16.
16?
16.
Bro, to go
A lot of people had
16.
him second round.
That's what I'm saying. He could have been in he's a second round draft pick, bro. You wasted a pick. If anything, you could have traded that pick. You could have traded that pick if anything.
Oh man. Another move that I do like. Hey, I do like the Thunder getting Thomas over. You got the legit
Yeah, I
backup
do.
pick in it.
I like that.
The rich
Yeah, I
just
like
get
that.
richer, bro. The rich just get richer, man.
Yeah, I
Like
like that.
Pressy do what he gotta do. You like Joanne Berger, the dude from France, going to the Timberwolves. They needed a backup center. Now maybe Nas is gone, and then with Rudy Gobert, depending on what you do with him, you
Yeah,
got that.
they need a backup big. Yeah, they needed a backup big. I ain't mad at that.
I would say one of my favorite picks, Walter Clayton to the Jazz. I thought that was a great pick. I thought that
You
was
think
a
he starts?
great pick. Let me read this real quick and I'll answer. He does it all. He's just slow. Aiden, 16. I hated my pick. He's a Kings fan, so he's talking about. Charles can answer that question. They drafted what's his name? Who they draft?
What pick was that? What pick was that?
Oh,
What
Neat
pick did they
Clifford.
have?
I think they Neat Clifford. They traded him there.
What pick was that?
That was 24.
Oh, 24. Oh no, that's not bad, folks. Yeah, no. Folks is good. Folks is good. He I think he like 6'5", 6'6", so he a big guard. He
6'5",
rebounds.
202, 6'5",
Yeah.
202.
He rebounds, he could pass. I think he averaged what, like 20 and damn near 10 and
Had
5
him on
last year.
had him on my thing. Neat Clifford. 18, 9, and 4.
Yeah, so he almost 20, 10 and 5. So yeah, bro, not bad. That was a good pickup for them. I like that for them. That was a good pickup.
Y'all, in the last Clippers, he a nice big. I think he talked about the Clippers pick. They said
Yeah,
Brian
dude from
Windhorst.
Penn State.
They said he didn't
Dude
even
from
know
Penn
who he
State.
was.
Bro played at NIU. He played at NIU.
Oh, for real?
And then he transferred to Penn State.
Last pick I met in the first round. That's who I wanted the Kings to get. Clayton Clifford, Colorado State. And we have 6 shooting guards. We need a point guard or a center. They do need a point. But
I mean,
Walter
he could
Clayton,
play point.
who
He could
Walter
play
Clayton?
point.
Or
Nah,
Clifford.
dude, yeah, Clifford, he could play point because he showed it. He had the ball in his hands all the time at Colorado. So
I just like Walter. Like you said, does he start? There's a
I wouldn't be
chance.
surprised.
There's a
Yeah, I said I wouldn't be
chance.
surprised. I would not be
Because
surprised.
okay, who do you run? I just not like point, I guess, but who do you start? Isaiah Collier or Keontae George?
Low key
I think
Isaiah.
Keontae. Oh, I like
Only
Keontae.
reason why I say Isaiah is because he's a better passer. He plays defense. Keontae's the better scorer, but he's inconsistent.
He is. You have Walter Clayton, you have Ace Bailey, Laurie Markkinen, and Walker Kessler. Look, you get two. I'm saying they are winner for me. That's all I'm gonna say. But you have two establishing young prospects, and the Jazz. I think it's time. You've been in rebuild for who knows how long. It's time to get the established players. We talked about it last week. You said you was like, I don't even think they really got no cornerstones in their team. Now you got two
They do.
cornerstones. I
Yeah.
think you got that now. So I love that pick. Jace Richardson to the Magic. I like that pick. I like it.
Yeah. Because now
They
they
needed
replaced they need a backup point too.
I
Cause they
like
take
that pick.
so they yeah. Because they don't have no backup point that Cole Anthony going now. Oh, they got
Anthony Black.
Anthony Black. They got Anthony, but he's not no shooter. So
Yeah. Did you think Liam McClellan was gonna go that far down? 29?
no, no, low key though. To me though, just the Hornets are winners to me. I'm not gonna lie, because him going to the Hornets, that was a nice pickup. That was a really nice. Him
He's
and
gonna play.
Knipple together.
He's
Yeah,
gonna play.
he's gonna play immediately.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna play, and he's 6'7", bro. So he's big. I wouldn't be surprised because who was they starting small for? Was it Josh Green?
Yes.
Well, Knipple's gonna start. Knipple's gonna start regardless because he's about 6'6", 6'7". But like, but low key, that makes Miles Bridges movable now. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
They was
like
thinking
Miles
about
Bridges for
trading
them.
him. They was thinking about they might trade him.
I like Miles Bridges for them. But don't get me wrong. Like I think Liam is low key, even though he didn't shoot that well from UConn. But that's because he was the focal point of the offense. So like he was taking a lot of bad shots. But if they trade Miles, I wouldn't. I like that for them. I like that for them too. They got shooters. They got two big shooters. They play D. They both can play make. Like they got some. They got two really good players.
All right, so now we're gonna do the top 5 players. Basically, what do you expect from them? So let's start with Cooper Flag. What do you expect for Cooper Flag on the Dallas Mavericks this year?
I don't expect nothing too crazy for him. I say if I had to put numbers to him, I put like probably about 12, 13 points, maybe 5 or 6 rebounds. Probably about two or three assists. Probably about like a steal and a block. I think he's gonna do a little bit of everything. I think he's gonna be that glue guy for them. He's gonna get a lot of hustle points, a lot of cleanups, a lot of weak side blocks, a lot of help D. So yeah, I think he's gonna be decent.
I expect Cooper Flag to be an impact player as soon as he touches on the court. I really do. I expect him to start right away. And if I had to put numbers to it, I expect honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if he averaged like 16 or 18 points per game, probably 7 rebounds, and probably like 3 assists, 3, 4 assists. Like he's gonna show his impact on defense right away. Offense, it is what it is, but just the defensive end, that's gonna bring a lot. And he's good in transition. This is what they needed. Like he's gonna help them to get back to probably a championship caliber team. So I expect a lot from Cooper Flag this year. Like I just expect a lot. Like impact player right away. The Mavericks, God. You traded away Luka Doncic, but get the next white boy. Hey man, that's how it rolls. But let's move on to the next guy, Dylan Harper. What do you expect from Dylan Harper on the Spurs this year?
To be honest with you, not that much. I think that he'll probably give you the same thing like Cooper, around 10 to 12 points. Probably about 3, 4 rebounds. Probably about 3, 4 assists. He doesn't really have that much. He doesn't really have that much. He's not gonna get that much playing time unless they start all three. But I don't see that because you got Devin Vassell still. So I don't really expect him to do that much. This rookie of the year race is low key gonna be. I feel like it's up for grabs. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, the front runner is Cooper, but I feel like it's low key up for grabs.
Uh I think it was on Fox Sports. They had Cooper Flag minus 200 to win Rookie of the Year. But Dylan Harper, I expect him to be good. I just don't think he'll be as impactful as Cooper. Like you said, he's not. I don't think he starts. He's not going to start. And I've been seeing people. I think people are just forgetting about Devin Vassell because I keep seeing
Yeah,
lineups of De'Aaron Fox, Stephon, and Dylan. It's like, did y'all forget Devin Vassell is there? Like, and he's a good player. Like, and you talk about
really
like
good
they
player.
need the shooting. So he's gonna be like the backup point guard. Is he gonna be in clutch time and stuff like that? Doubt it, but I think he can run with like maybe 15 to 20 minutes per game. I don't see him getting 30 minutes, but I think he's still gonna be a good player for the Spurs, just not as impact for them right away. Now, maybe later on he could be, but as of early on, I don't think so. If I had to put a number, I say he averaged honestly, I could see him getting like 8 points, probably about like 4 rebounds, probably like 4 or 5 assists a game. Like I just don't think his impact is gonna be there, especially with a whole bunch of good players on his team. It's just not there yet. And it's not his fault. It's just so many other good players on the team. Next guy, VJ Eshkun. What do you expect from him this year on the Sixers?
I expect VJ just like Cooper Flag to be a glue guy. I think he's gonna do have a lot of hustle plays. He's gonna make those like I said, a lot of hustle plays, a lot of putbacks. Um, for the most part, his defense is gonna be his calling call when he first gets in the league. A lot of open corner shots. For him, I say he's averaging about 10 points, maybe 4 or 5 rebounds, about 2 assists. And I could see him averaging like a steal and a half or something like that.
I don't think he's not gonna start. He's not gonna start.
You don't think so? Nah, because they probably gonna be Maxi, Kelly.
You think
Uh,
he starts over McCain?
Low key, yeah, I would.
Okay.
Because McCain brings no defense. At least with VJ, you got defense in that starting lineup.
A lot of people have him probably could win Rookie of the Year. A lot of people have him.
I
Um,
was gonna say
go ahead.
either him, Ace Bailey, maybe Knipple, because they got the best. They got the best. Whatchamacallit? They got the best chance of putting up good numbers. Or Cooper.
We gonna have to see. But with VJ, I think VJ is gonna be pretty decent. I think he could be instant offense off the bench if he does come off the bench or start. I think he goes on the bench to start. Who knows? But if he does come off the bench, I think he's instant offense on the bench. Could give you probably at least close to 10 points, probably like four some rebounds per game, 2 assists per game. I just think he could just score, and that's what they was missing on that bench. That bench was bad last year. And then if he does come off the bench, I think he just brings. I think his impact is going to be more for the Sixers than Dylan Harper on the Spurs. For some reason, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just feel that way. I do feel that way. So I think VJ is actually going to be pretty good. I think he's going to do decent for them. And last year Jared McCain was almost Rookie of the Year. VJ could be the same thing. So I expect a lot from VJ in year one. Con Knipple, what do you expect from him on the Charlotte Hornets?
I ain't gonna lie. I think Knipple is gonna be what they've been missing. He's a high IQ guy. He could spread the floor. He put some more shooters around Lamelo. I can easily see Lamelo assists going up now that he's there. I think he's gonna have a big impact for them because, like I said, he spreads the floor. I see him averaging about 13 to 14 points. I don't think he's gonna shoot 40 from three, but he's gonna shoot close to 40 from three. Um, I don't think he's really gonna rebound like that, but for the most part, it's just gonna be his scoring and shooting that they really need.
He can honestly argue be one of probably the most impactful player on this team out of the top five. There's a chance
Hmm.
he could be probably the most impactful player. Like you said, it brings the shooting. There is another tall guy, 6'5", 6'6". I think they never had that like consistent shoot. Miles Bridges can shoot, but Brandon Miller, I think he can shoot pretty good. LaMelo, we know what he is, but I think just this consistent shooter is what they are missing for the Hornets, and he's gonna be very. I think he could be a good long term player for them. And then probably once Miles Bridges gone, then you have that core LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Knipple. It could be really good for the Hornets. So I think this is actually a really good pick for them. And he's going to be really good. If I had to guess, I say I can see him averaging 14 points, probably about 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 4 or 5 rebounds, probably like a couple assists per game. Like he's going to be really good for them. I like this move by them. Hey man, he see that locker room, man. He go like, man, these people be tripping, man.
Hey,
But
do he start at the two or the three?
how tall is
Because
Brandon Miller?
Brandon Miller like 6'7". Nah, he tall. He like 6'8", 6'9". Brandon Miller tall.
Why he don't look 6'8"? Is it because he's just so skinny?
Yeah,
I don't know. He just
yeah.
don't look that tall. He'll
He
probably
look
start
he look
two.
about 6'6".
We could put him at the two. We could put him at the two. But hey, take out Nurkic. That first four ain't bad, low key.
Nah,
It
that's
ain't
not
bad.
bad at all.
It ain't bad. The first four. Just take out Nurkic. But the last guy, Ace Bailey. What do you expect Ace Bailey on the Utah Jazz?
I ain't gonna lie. I expect Ace Bailey to put up between 16 to 18 points because he gonna have the green light. I don't think that he's gonna shoot that well from the field because he's gonna be taking a lot of bad shots. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ace Bailey wins Rookie of the Year. I think he's gonna average about like 16 to 18. about 6, 7 rebounds, probably about 2 assists. Then probably about like a steal on the block.
I said it earlier. That's probably the best thing that could have happened to this man. He gonna look back probably 3, 4 years. I was being petty. I'm glad I went to
Hmm.
Utah. I was just being petty. Look, he gonna go crazy, like you said. He could score all he want on that team. They ain't gonna be winning this year, so just go off. I wouldn't be shocked if that man came close to averaging 20 points per game. I
I wouldn't
would
either.
not be shocked at all. I think Ace Bailey gonna go crazy on the Utah Jazz. Show the athleticism. The shooting got to get better. We know that, but the athleticism that he has the highest ceiling out of every damn prospect, honestly. So it's like the Jazz had no problem with taking. They said, "Hey, we know you don't want us, but we don't care. We're gonna take you, brother. Like we don't care." And this is probably the best thing that could have happened to him. So I expect Ace Bailey to probably average at least close to like 15, 16 points per game, probably about 7, 8 rebounds, and probably about a couple of assists. Like, I think he's going to be really good for the Utah Jazz. And long term wise, it's going to be a good investment for them and for him. It's going to be a really good move for him. But let's get into our winners and losers. Let's start with the winners. Who do you have winners of the draft?
The Hornets. Like I said earlier, I got the Hornets as one of my winners in the draft. They got Knipple and they got Liam McNeely. They got two big shooters. Two guys that can help LaMelo space the floor. I like them as my winner. Another one I got the OKC. Getting Thomas O'Ber, I thought that was a really good pickup for them. Um, and then I'll say the last team. No, I got two more. The Spurs. I like them picking up Carter Bryant. I think he's gonna bring that shooting and that defense that they need. And then the last team, the Jazz. They got their cornerstone, Ace Bailey. That you guys have been looking for a franchise player, a young franchise player, and now you got him in Ace Bailey.
Winners, obviously the Mavericks. You got Cooper
Yeah,
Flag. So you're a winner
of
just
course.
off rip off that.
Yeah,
The Jazz. I talked about Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton. I think they were winners anyway, but Walter Clay solidified like the Jazz are a winner. Like I think they solidified it with Walter Clayton and Ace Bailey. The Thunder, getting Thomas over, you get a really good big man, could potentially probably start on any other team, but now he's on the Thunder, the NBA champion. So that was a good move for them. The Spurs, Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant. How did Carter Bryant slip to number 14? Who knows? But just somehow the Spurs got him, and now they got a backup power forward and a backup guard to go with Wemby in the future with Stephon Castle. So like you have the core players eventually to build up with the Spurs. The Suns, getting Kamala Malawatch.
yeah,
I thought
that's
they were a
good.
winner for that. I thought they was a winner for
Hmm.
that. And I would say my last winner, I say the Hawks. I think the Hawks are a winner. And big for getting Asa Noel, and just getting that 2026 uh pick. Like that makes you a winner. That makes you a winner. B Bedis. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
Birthday,
Happy
man.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Hope you celebrate it. Hope you have fun, probably later tonight or whatever. But just happy birthday, brother. You only live
Stay
once,
safe.
man.
Stay
Yeah, wherever
safe.
you're at, stay safe. Now, losers. Who are your losers of the draft?
Bulls. They the first one. The Bulls. The Chicago Bulls. Only draft pick that they ever gotten right was Derrick Rose. Jimmy was a gamble, but Derrick Rose is the only draft pick that they and Montes is a good draft pick. I'm gonna put some respect on his name. Montes. Another loser, the Blazers. Why would you trade for a big? Why would you get another big? Um, the Nets. The Nets are losers for me, bro. You drafted bro. They got like I don't know how many guards that they got. I think they got about like 5, 6 guards on their team, bro. That makes no sense. And then you drafted Killian Hayes 2.0 and Nolan Tror, or how do you pronounce dude bro last name?
Soyori.
Yeah, you draft like bro, no. I mean I get he was a lottery pick early in the season. I mean to start the season, but No, and then he dropped that big 45-point game, but that still wouldn't have moved me. He can't shoot. He can barely score. Like no. And then that's Loki. That's about it. That's all my losers.
I ain't gonna lie. The Pelicans for just trading up to get Derek Queen. I didn't think
McQueen.
just trading for him. Like I think you're a loser for that, giving up that first round pick. That's gonna hold so much weight. You're a loser. The Nets, just because you said it, that you drafted 4 guards, like you said, 4 guards. And my thing is, you're another loser for not even using them to trade for to move up in the draft. Because I don't even, if we're being honest, I don't even think they wanted to use all these picks. They didn't.
No,
They
probably
did. I
didn't.
don't think they wanted to use all these picks, but they couldn't get nobody and they couldn't move up. So it's like we got no choice but to draft them. The only good thing about it is they got this ain't like OKC where they don't have roster spot and we can't play them. So like all these guys are probably gonna get some playing time. So you're gonna need Igor Denham to basically come in and he's gonna play right away. He's gonna play right away. So you need him. You talk about Killian Hayes 2.0. So he needs to play really good to make it seem like y'all right. Nolan Toyori, Drake Powell, Ben Schaefer, and Danny Wolf.
Now Drake Powell went to I think he went to the Hawks.
Oh
They traded him to the Hawks.
no, he's traded to Brooklyn. The 22nd pick, he's traded to Brooklyn.
Yeah, you're right. My fault. You're right.
Oh,
He got
yeah.
drafted by the Hawks.
Yeah, and he was traded there. So you got all these dudes. And you know what's crazy? They got another pick in the second round. So there you gotta have 6 guys. I don't know what they're gonna do with that 6th pick.
Bro,
But now
bro, they rostered Cam Thomas. Them 4 guards that they drafted. Derek Whitehead, he's a
Cam
guard. Bro, they got
Johnson
so many
and
Cam
Nick
Johnson.
Claxton.
They got so many guards over there. It don't make no sense.
The another loser, the Blazers. I don't know why you drafting some big man, like you said earlier, when you already got 4. What is the? I know they're saying he Chinese Asian Jokic, whatever, but no reason you drafting another big man. Y'all could have drafted a forward. Y'all chose not to. So I don't get why you did that. So you're a loser. And Raptors, Colin Boyles. Why are we drafting another forward when you just signed Brandon Ingram? Scotty is supposed to be your future, and you still got RJ on the team. You was in prime position to get the big man you wanted, and you chose not to do it. That's mind blowing to me. I don't get that. I think that was a bad pick. Now, I'm not saying he was a bad player, but I just think the pick was bad. You could have got a sitter, and I just don't like that pick. Now, I do have a this could be a winner or it could be a loser. I think the Wizards. They could be a winner or they could be a loser with Trey Johnson. So that I have the Wizards in there and the Pelicans with Jeremiah Fears because of Jordan Poole. So that could be a winner or it could be a loser. Because we talked about earlier. Is Jeremiah Fears going to even get ticked now? And you know what's crazy? They still got Jose Alvarado.
Yeah.
And then I did have the Bulls in the maybe winners or losers, but you had them in losers. But I had that. And the last dude is the Heat with drafted Jakunis. That could be a winner or it could be a loser. You like that pick for them?
No, yeah, I like the pick for him. It's just that I hope the Heat gets him to play defense, bro. He has no perimeter D at all. I don't like a lot of people's. I think Jay Billis said that he could end up starting for the Heat. I don't see him starting for the Heat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see that.
All you got to deal with is Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier was bad last year.
But Eric Spoelstra, if you don't play defense, you're not gonna play.
True that. I get it. I get if you don't like Duke, but do you think Tyrese Proctor should have got drafted? He does a
Not
chance.
in the
Second
first
round.
round. Not in the first round. Not in the first round. I don't think he was a first round talent.
He
Second
still
round
got
for
a chance.
sure. He's in the air. He should get drafted in the second round for sure.
The Hornets got 33 and 34 picks. So they could get some more decent players up top. Or do you think could they trade them picks?
Well, they need a big. So I'll say either go get that big from Stanford. I think he's more mobile than the big from Creighton.
Creighton, yep.
But I say go get that big from Stanford. I say use him, to be honest with you.
The Celtics need a big too. They got pick number 32. So they could
So
get
they might,
either
they might get one
they
or
might
two.
get one of those bigs. Your Pistons got pick 37, the 7th pick. What's your Pistons gonna do, man? What the Pistons need?
They gonna draft somebody. They don't really need. I mean, you could probably say a backup big, but they probably need a backup big too. Because I mean, Isaiah Story, yeah, but they could probably use a backup big, or if they want to let go of Dennis Schroeder, they can probably go get them a guard.
What do they? I'm gonna ask a couple of more. The Bulls, what they need to draft? They got the 15th pick in the second round.
I don't even know, bro. They need everything. They need everything, bro.
What do the Lakers need to get? They got pick 25.
They need to go get them some shooting. They need to go get them some shooting. What's bro from Fleming?
Yeah, he's
Uh,
still there, right? Rashad Fleming. You
yeah,
think he
he's
gonna
there.
get all the way to 25?
Nah, he probably go early in the second. To be honest, he probably go early.
Because this is ESPN. The best available is the guy from Stanford, Rashad Fleming, Noah Penda, a dude, Thero, the dude from Arkansas, Ryan Caravan, Jameer Watkins, Alex Tuhini, Chaz Lanier.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who them dudes or none of them dudes are.
Some dude is from Serbia, and then the 10th dude is Broom from Auburn.
Oh, okay. He
Okay.
might not get drafted. He might
You
not
think
get
he won't?
drafted.
Damn.
He might not. I mean, I could see him getting drafted, but he might not get drafted.
Yeah, but my best picks is the Jazz. I love what the Jazz did. I'm not gonna like getting Walter Clay. And then Danny gonna talk about some Danny Ainge, bro. You ain't watched 2 games of Walter Clay. Now you like, oh my god, we need brother. You'll be all right. Y'all got Jakunis. Y'all be all right. But let me read this. Oh wait, I read that one all right. But